just want to give out a bliss, honor, and prosperity. This information is coming by way of the Rhodes Historical Review, Truth, Loyalty, and Service. It's from the seal of Rhodes College, 1848. And we're just talking the Rhodes Historical View, Volume 20. Now, there are a plethora of different things that has happened in our lifetime. There are stories and narratives that have yet to be vetted. And as we find ourselves traveling through the frequency of information, it's up to us to properly use the original form of reading, writing, and arithmetic. And what do I mean by that? I mean we have to use reading comprehension, because for some odd reason, there's been a lot of distortion when it comes to who we are as a people and how people have used certain socio-political constructs to describe who we are. I'm not saying that ends today. I'm not saying that it will continue to happen. But the one thing that I want to point out to you is this little said information. So as I prepare myself to get this information, I want to speak about something that is either an assertion or a claim coming by way of the Rhodes. And it deals with the unspoken demands of slavery. And we're just talking about the same thing that's happening today, the sexual human trafficking of our young women and our women, our queens, our empresses, our chiefesses. History finds a way of repeating itself if we don't find the barriers that created the conundrum that we're in today. What do I mean by that? Why is it that you have to deep dive into an historical perspective to understand something, only to figure out that the narrative was only hidden through language, through spell casting? For example, within the domestic slave trade of the southern United States, the role of the female slave had a dual nature. Female slaves played an important role in the daily operations of domestic life and provided labor in areas that were not extremely physically demanding. Beyond their role as domestic laborers, enslaved women were acquired for the roles their bodies played in the perpetuation of slavery. Key word. Do you hear that? Enslaved women were acquired for the roles their bodies played. Their bodies. You don't want me to go any deeper, do you? Do you want me to deep dive into this? When you start hearing that a lot of these baby girls was only 12, 13 years old, their bodies right here in Amaru. You ain't ready for this, are you? Physically demanding, extremely physically demanding.